According to the adverts, BMWs are the ultimate driving machine, although actually they've changed the message now, haven't they? It's something to do with sheer driving pleasure or some nonsense about joy. But anyway, basically what they're trying to say is their cars are great to drive. So rather than start this review by talking about the boot or the back seats, I'm going to get straight in behind the wheel. Actually, before we set off, I probably should point out the fact that here on the inside, the 3 Series feels very well made, and the design is stylish too, especially if you go for this aluminium on the dash. There's lots of adjustment in the steering wheel and the driver's seat, which is handy if, like me, you like to sit nice and low. That's pretty sporty. Anyway, let's go. The 3 Series is great for long journeys. For starters, the engine lineup is brilliant, the pick being the powerful yet very economical 2-litre diesel. Also, the BMW is comfy, refined and quiet. However, where it really excels is on roads like this. Oh man, sorry, I've just totally forgot I should actually say something. I got a bit carried away having too much fun. But that's the thing with the 3 Series, you see, it's just so entertaining to drive that you sometimes just take a detour from the motorway to go on a twisty road such as this, because I mean, it just handles so well. There's so much grip. But my favourite bit is the steering, because it's so responsive and it has so much feel to it. However, some people may find that it's a little bit heavy for in town, and that brings us onto the BMW's other downsides. And I have to say, one is the manual gearboxes. They feel a little bit sloppy and disconnected, and I think really you're better off spending the extra money and getting the automatic. There are some other potential problems in the rear. Well, there is a decent amount of space back here. I mean, look, there's quite a distance between my knees and the seat in front. Headroom is limited. Look, I'm actually touching the roof lining, which means I have to kind of slouch to stop that, which isn't great for my posture. And ultimately it means that the BMW 3 Series isn't as good for carrying adults in the back as an Audi A4. And here's another problem. If you look down here, if you get the central seat, you can't put your feet in the middle because, well, they just do not fit between the seat and the central armrest. Anyway, let's move on to the boot. While importantly, there is enough room for some golf clubs, the opening is a little bit tight, as you can see by the age of this bag. That's made in 1989. Anyway, the overall size as well isn't as big as in the Audi, and unlike in the A4, you have to pay extra if you want rear seats that fold down to carry larger items. However, all these negatives are really only minor niggles, because ultimately the 3 Series defines the compact executive class, and while it might seem expensive to buy, it does hold its value welcome resale time. And this, plus the fact that if you go for one of the diesel models, it's relatively cheap to run, means that overall, the 3 Series is actually great value.